It's Soldi, Soldi, dimmi say. There's been so much hype around this entry. Mahmood, let's start off by saying Mahmood hasn't been well this week, so I don't know what the expectation was, but he was on stage. He's just done his first run-through of Soldi. We're going to talk about it. So let's start with the visuals, first of all, because that's what you're best at.
Visually, it's a very urban scenery. It's a very, like kind of graffiti. It's not graffiti, but like it looks like. You get a feeling that it's very urban, some very urban illustrations, and it's figures. It's always human. It goes around human figures and fathers and sons and money burning. It's very literal with the lyrics of the song, and I like it. The main colors are blue, red, and black, and a little bit of white. So it all works very well together. He's also wearing the same kind of trousers as he wore on Sanremo, with the long chain and the beige camel color shirt. So it all blends really well on stage.
Yeah, and one thing that maybe we weren't expecting was we've got dancers.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting to see that today. Do you think they add to the performance?
I personally think he should be there on his own. The song is quite emotional to him. I don't think it needs the dancers because the song is good enough without adding any extra elements. But it's just my opinion personally. I might be wrong, but I don't think he needs dancers.
Yeah, I think when I first saw this song, it was I said it sounds like a song from the streets, and I think that's what they're really trying to get across with kind of the urban elements of the stage. And it isn't urban. It's like a South Mediterranean urban track, isn't it? With influences from elsewhere. I quite like the dancers. I don't know if they add those. I don't know if the dancers weren't there. I don't think it would make the performance any worse.
I kind of disagree. I like having the dancers there because I think they add a little bit of dynamism and movement. Going back to what I call them illustrations, but it's more of a serigraphy feeling, like color blocks. And going back to the dances, I do think they add more to the story. They are there to encourage Mahmood in the difficult time of the song, what he's singing in the song. So for me, I like to see them there.
And let's talk about Mahmood because we know he's not been well. Yeah. Vocally though, even though he's not well, he still did a good vocal. I don't think it was the best. But I don't think we could expect more from him today, knowing that he's not having the best few days.
Yeah. Vocally, I think he was excellent as always. I think just his energy, his attitude energetically was not the best because he seemed tired and he wasn't feeling the best. But I think vocally he did really well.
Yeah, but I don't think we could expect any more from him today, knowing what a rough time he's had. How are you feeling about this song being a potential winner after watching this rehearsal?
Again, I can still say I don't think he gave his best, but he hasn't been well, so you can really understand that. And like a lot of the artists, I think they're saving their best performances for the finals, semi-finals. But I can see why it's done so well in all the polls and why it's had so many million streams on Spotify and YouTube. I think it is still a potential winner. I really do think so.
Yeah,
it's sold on me.
It's one of those songs where we didn't really know how they were going to stage it, what they were going to do. And I don't think there's a whole lot you can do with a song like this as well, because Mahmood is the star, and your focus should really be on him rather than what's going on around him, because he is such an amazing vocalist with such a unique voice, and he's got his vibe on stage as well as a little bit of attitude, a little bit of emotion in his performance, but it's not visible emotion, if that makes sense. It kind of comes out through his voice. So yeah, all in all, I was really happy with this. I still effing love this song. Everyone in the press centre was clapping, and this is audience participation at its best. Everyone knows about the clap. The arena is going to be doing the clap. I feel weird talking about the clap, but yeah, it's really going to get everyone involved, and as long as that translates onto the screen at home, I think this is going to, if it's not a winner, I think it's definitely going to be top 5, top 3
for
Italy.
You can never discount Italy, you really can't.
Yeah, and it really deserves it, because it is something a bit edgy, it's something a bit urban, something a bit different. And
you don't see that at the contest that often these days, so it's nice to see.
Well, we've seen it a lot more, I think, over the past couple of years, and it really deserves to do well, in my opinion. But that's what we think, guys. You need to go to the official Eurovision channel, check out the rehearsal clip for yourself, and come back and tell us what you think. Otherwise, go to our Facebook page, give us a like, tweet us on Twitter, find us on Instagram, and otherwise, until next time,
see you.
Ciao.